Hi Suzanne.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming to speak to us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
So obviously I know you have been through a lot of heart operations and procedures over your life. Could you just basically talk me through from the beginning, everything?
From the beginning?
Yeah,
Wow.
from the beginning.
Okay, well, I was fine right up until 1990. Developed a flu virus and I just started to feel very unwell. I was working for the MRC, and then December 94 was the first time I had a pacemaker put inside.
Right.
And then that existing pacemaker, which I'd had in on the 1994, then it would have worked out around about 1997. It basically, the battery was running down. So I needed a new box put in. They put it in, but prior to that, I had an infection in a hair follicle here, and I'd got antibiotic cover and it went away, and 3 months later, after I'd had the box put in, it festered up again. And then I had another course of flucloxacillin, I think it was, for 2 weeks. It went. And then I just thought I'd never felt well. I even went down to the GP and said, since this new box has been put in, I feel terrible. So they took me in, and within 3 or 4 weeks, I was in A&E in the UCH with endocarditis, which was very severe. And I was in hospital for 6 weeks with intravenous antibiotics. I came home and I had endocarditis after that for 9-10 years.
Was it clear to you that you had an infection in the heart?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point, my consultant felt, keep pumping it full of antibiotics. I constantly had flu. I was restricted. I had to stay at my parents' all the time. I didn't go on holidays, didn't work. I could do absolutely nothing for many years because of this damn bacteria in my heart. But the payoff was I still was able to live.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I thought, I have had enough. The actual hospital environment, they all knew me like I was family. I lived there basically in the heart hospital, and they could all see that I was really getting to a point where I'd literally had enough.
Yeah.
I'm getting all emotional. It all brings it back. But as I say, Dr. Swanton, he could see how bad I was. He had a lot of conversations. And they found one surgeon that would do the surgery, and I had that done on the 4th of November 2008 and it's there.
I mean, it's always such a difficult situation for us
Yeah.
when we have a patient with infection, because as you say, we've got to weigh up the risks
It
of
is.
doing something
There's a way up. Yeah.
versus the risks of leaving the device in. And we know fully well that if we leave a device in the long term, the infection will never go away. So eventually, it came to the crux, as you've said. Howard managed to find a surgeon who would take you on, which was fantastic. And do you remember waking up from that operation?
I do.
How did you feel?
Well, I've had better days. I was on drugs, but I was glad I pulled through first and foremost.
And they saw you on the ward when you came back. They saw kind of like a different person almost.
Well, I won't deny it was a long process to recover from that surgery because of the 10 years of recurrent infection. But, you know, I cannot believe, sitting here now, I'm kind of regressing, I cannot believe that all happened, and I cannot believe they actually got rid of the damn thing. Based on where I was then, I feel like I have been given my life back. There is no words to describe it. We do not know how lucky we are in our bodies.
Yeah.
You don't take it all for granted, never take it for granted.
Pleased to see that it's healing really nicely. It looks beautiful.
It does.
I'm sure a bit more physio will get your arm back up, don't worry.
Yeah.